I've wanted to do this project for a while. I've wanted to make a big project with Wallace and Gromit. When I was writing the script, I wanted to do an adventure with them on an island. While I was writing the script, I realised that this film is going to be a big challenge than anything that I've ever done before. I was trying to think of a name for the island, and it was quite a challenge because I couldn't think, what do I name this island? I can't think of a name for it. And then my mum and dad are watching Bear Grylls on this island, and his crew were exploring this island, and they were walking on these rocks by the sea, and I thought, that's a great idea. I think I should call this island Rocky Island. And that was the name when the idea for the film began, the name. Like I said before, this is going to be a big challenge to create this film. It was certainly pushing the boundaries than anything I've ever done before. I decided to cut the idea of writing the script in the end while I was making it. But then, actually, when I started in December, I started drawing some sketches for the film. And that's when I decided, actually, I think I can make this. So these are the sketches from the film. This is my sketchbook, and as you can see, that was the original poster for the film. That's one of my favourite posters that I've done. I've done many sketches, but most of them you won't see in the film. Like I said before, Feathers and Gore was going to be in it, but I decided to cut that idea of him being in it. And oh yeah, remember this? This is when there was going to be a boat scene where they were going to sail to the island. But in the end I thought, no, I better cut that idea because that's going to be so complicated to do in this film. This was an original storyboard idea when they go in the cave. Try and see them go through them a lot. Another poster idea. This was the idea was when the church is closing down, when St George's Church closes down, and I thought that was a good idea for them to go to the island to get the treasure. They were going to drive past it, but in the end I thought they should just walk past it in the end instead. Picture of Gromit confused. I mean, I've done so many sketches. Shows how much effort goes into them. This was an idea for a Shaun the Sheep Christmas film, but no, I've done so many of them. That's when they were walking instead. That's when I decided for them to walk to the church instead. And then I mean this is when they're walking along. That's when I thought they should do their daily walk. I mean there's so many sketches, but that I did for the film. But that's basically it, really. I mean those were the ideas for the original film. It was great fun. I mean, you must put your ideas in here, in a sketchbook, because it's the way to get your ideas in there. So when you have an idea, you quickly write it in there, or quickly write it down anywhere. Just find anything to write it down on, whether it's a sketchbook, whether it's a computer, whether it's a piece of paper. Just find anything to write it down, because then you'll you won't forget it, and that idea will become useful, and it will develop over time as well. So when you have that idea, it will develop, it will change, but that's the best way to come up with ideas, and it's the best way to be organic with ideas as well. And then while I was drawing some sketches, I started going to shops to buy some supplies, and I thought this was a great way to test to see if I can actually make some sets. And then actually, when I was making the sets, and while I was making the sets, I started to do some animation. And then I thought, actually, I fell in love with it. I fell in love while animating because I felt the passion with it, and I really enjoyed it. And I thought, this is a really great way. I think this film is going to go really well. I thought, I'm going to make this. He said, I have to make this film. Like I said, I I had a sketchbook on hand to draw ideas, but a lot of the sketches didn't end up in the original film. Originally Ferris McGraw was going to be in it, but then I decided to cut the idea of him being in it because when I was animating him, he was quite hard to animate on set. So I decided Preston in the end should be the villain. My animation started around about April, and this is when the film started to really be put together and the story started to develop more. This really was pushing the boundaries of my animating skills and my set making skills. This is the first time I've ever made actual proper sets, and they were really great fun to make. I loved it. It was such fun to make, and yeah. And then when I went into editing, I started editing the film. But the editing process was quite stressful, but I managed it in the end, and everything worked out. I'm so glad that it worked, and it was great. And this was a great experience making this film. I've got some more projects in development. I'm developing a new film at the moment, which is hopefully, when I think of more ideas, hopefully it'll come into fruition. Yes, and I'm still making films, so never fret. So yes, thank you very much for listening to this video, and see you next time for more videos. Bye.